Hi, I'm Josephine Balzano, president of Vistas for Children. Tonight, Vistas for Children is having their first ever nationwide virtual event, Diamonds and Denim. Vistas for Children for over 40 years has been making a difference in the lives of special needs children and their families. Tonight's entertainment will be Grammy Award nominated singers, as well as Taylor Hughes as our MC of the evening from the Magic Castle in Hollywood. I want to thank you so much for your generous donations and contributions. Thank you and welcome to the show.
Welcome, friends. You've made it. Give yourselves a hand for supporting Vistas for Children. Come on, put those hands together. We can see you. We can see you visiting here. We got friends from Nashville, Tennessee. We got friends watching from Florida who just built a house. That's amazing, Megan. They literally just finished the house. They built it to host this event tonight. Give yourselves a hand, everybody. We're here. We've got an amazing evening planned for you. My name is Taylor Hughes, and I'm going to be your host this evening, just making sure everyone knows exactly what to expect. Let me just set the context here. First of all, we're gathering together through Zoom, and we want you to have the best Zoom experience possible. So number one, if you're watching this in gallery view, which means you're seeing a bunch of your friends in little boxes, we'd like you to switch over to speaker view, all right? Go ahead and click up in the right corner. You'll see it either says speaker, gallery, or view. Click on that, and it will allow you to change to speaker view, because you're going to want to see everything that's happening as our different artists are performing here. They're going to use this entire frame. So try to make sure that your picture is full screen and that you should be able to see everything right here that I'm doing by waving my hands. Excellent. Also, we see that a number of you have joined us and chosen to keep your video off. I get it. It's 2020. We don't always want to be camera ready, but if you are camera ready and you're comfortable, we'd like to invite you to turn your cameras on so that we can see you and we can interact with you. This is going to be a very interactive experience, and I'm going to be looking for several of you to help me participate with some magic this evening. That's right. I have a weird job. I'm a magician. No, stop applauding. It's okay. I became a magician by accident. Yeah, my parents got me a little magic set when I was a kid. In fact, I called my mom. I said, Mom, did you know when you bought me a magic set how much it was going to impact my career and change my life? She's like, no, we would have got you a doctor's kit. Yeah, I can see some of you can relate. Yes, that's great. That's great. Here's what we're going to do this evening. If you look at the very top of our chat, we're going to be chatting with one another. Now, right now, everyone is on mute. If at any point we'd like to ask you a question or have you interact, we will ask you your permission to unmute yourself. You'll see a little screen pop up that says the host has asked you to unmute yourself. But right now, everyone watch here. I don't want you to miss a single thing that's going to happen tonight. We're going to try an illusion right here with your imagination. How many of you would say, honestly, that growing up, you had a pretty good imagination? Just give me a wave. I can see you there. Yep. Okay, this is great. This is perfect. I see Dawn and Fuso had a great imagination. This is perfect. When I was a kid, my grandfather showed me the first magic trick I ever saw, and it looked like this. He reached up in the air and he pulled a silver dollar out of my ear, and it blew my mind. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So we're going to try that right now. Watch carefully. Watch the hands. You don't want to miss anything that's going to happen tonight. I'm going to tap my fingers 3 times, and on the third time, a solid silver coin is going to appear right at my fingertips. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. These fingertips. Friends, you got to watch close. I'm a magician. That's my job. Okay, here we go. We'll try it again. Thank you. Oh, thank you for applauding. Please don't encourage it. This is what I did while everyone else was at prom. Okay, so maybe you missed that. You don't want to miss this, okay? Here's the problem. Some of you were over here watching here when you should have been watching over here, right? And now some of you are watching here when you should have been watching over here. That's 2 solid silver dollars. Watch carefully. If you want to catch how the trick works, it's really simple. Just keep one eye on this coin, one eye on this coin, and a third eye on this coin. That's 3 solid silver dollars from the air. Now we're going to try to make them vanish. Watch carefully. It happens just like this. The first one we just set right here in midair, and it disappears. Isn't that cool? I know, it's super weird. We'll try it again. 2 coins here, nothing here. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. I don't want you to miss this. You ready? Okay, perfect. You're ready. Here we go. Watch carefully. The second coin, we set it right here, just like that. That's 2 coins. The third coin, the final coin, you have to blow on it. Everyone give a little blow. It's okay. We don't have our masks on, but we're through screens. It's okay. Here we go. Just like that. It disappeared. Give yourselves a big round of applause, everybody. I think we're ready to get started. Well, we have an amazing evening planned for you. As you know, we are here to support an incredible organization, Vistas for Children, that does so much for children and their families. In fact, take a look right now at a little bit more about the work that Vistas is doing to make a difference in the lives of children. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Monique Hansen, and I've been with Ride to Fly since 2013. Really well. This has been involved as long as I've been involved. They've been very, very generous with us, and we've been able to utilize the funds to do things like refurbish our ramp, build our pergola for our parents, being able to buy feed for the horses. And whenever the ladies come visit, I always try and make sure to say hello and thank them. So let me thank you guys now for keeping us going, because we want to service as many of our special needs people in our community as we can.
The members of Vistas are incredible women from every part of life. There are women who are CEOs of their own households, who run their own companies, women who are just coming up in the world that are trying to find their way. But all of them have a common goal. These women believe that giving back is one of the most important things that they need to do. And they selected Vistas in order to channel that giving.
When Vistas comes to my mind, I think of very grateful people that receive and give. And I think of community. I think of the people that I've been around and people that I choose to be around.
We just have a huge variety of wonderful, great women that have the same vision to help their community.
As a whole, I look at these women as a group of women with the biggest hearts who want to give back to their community in some way and have a love for children.
You want to start, Tom?
No, go ahead.
I'm Patty Sullivan.
I'm Tom Sullivan, I think.
Tom and I have coming up on our 50th wedding anniversary next year, and it's kind of amazing to think that when we were just 10 years married, we began this amazing organization that has continued all this time.
Vistas began in 1978 as Vistas for the Blind. It was started by Tom and Patty Sullivan. They were very, very passionate about donating and raising money for blind children.
God, 1978. I was doing a lot of television, and so I got recruited to be a board member for Braille Institute. I came home from the first board meeting and said to Patty, geez, you know, we've been asked as board members to figure out how to raise some money. And at the time, though I was doing a lot of television, we didn't have a lot of money. So I basically said to you, can you think of anything that we might do? She and at least 15 of the women over the course of time would go down once or twice a week to the Blind Children's Center and work in the classroom specifically with kids.
And then from that was the group of ladies, and we said, well, let's just do a plant sale. We can go down to downtown and we'll get a bunch of plants and we'll have them in Suzanne's yard. And that was number one. And then the next one was the garage sale. We gathered all of our junk and supervised the sale. And I think that gave us some seed money. So we had another possibility. No one's doing anything in the spring. It's after Thanksgiving. It's after Christmas. Why don't we do the Sullivan St. Patrick's Day run? And sure enough, the city of Torrance was delighted. We met with some of the assemblymen and they got our approvals through with the city. All of our friends in the South Bay turned out, and I think it's still considered one of the great days in the city.
And now the gun has gone off for the start of the Tom Sullivan 10K.
And the reason for this event is to draw attention to and raise money for the Vistas for Blind Children.
We have had the opportunity to be able to expand the group and go into other philanthropies in various areas, not just sight impaired, but all different type of special needs.
Our experience as philanthropy chairs has been amazing in terms of what we've got to see. When we receive the applications, it's actually heartwarming and heartbreaking because there's so much need. It's usually 3 times the need that we have to give. So every year the goal is let's just get more so we can give more. And you know, it's funny because sometimes it's just the smallest amount that makes a huge difference. You know, visiting a lot of the organizations that we support and seeing the work that they do, what we do is nothing compared to what they're putting in.
We are known for fully vetting all of the programs, community affairs, and nonprofits that we support.
We have a 4-level vetting process, starting with our vice presidents of philanthropy, onto a very intense grant review committee process, which then gets approved by our board of directors and then finally through our members.
Being known as being very thorough in your vetting means that we are trusted as good stewards with the money that we raise.
Well, the way we raise money for Vistas is we really come together as a community. And by doing that, we have our galas, we have our fashion show, our golf tournament, Junior Vistas does events. It's not just one thing.
The fashion show is like one of the best parts of Vistas because we just have such a great time doing it, number one. But number two, it is one of the best, most professionally organized fashion shows in the community. So many other organizations do fashion shows, but they do not do it like Vistas. We go all out. We hire professional models, professional producers. It's purely professional and fun.
As my husband says, when is that Vistas event going to be? Because all these women are pretty fun and beautiful inside and out.
One of my favorite quotes is a quote from Margaret Mead, who says, "Never doubt that the commitment of strong people can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever does."
I was raised with a list of priorities in this order. The first one is faith, then it's family, and then it's your community.
I was raised with the notion that too much is given, much is expected. And so for me, I can't live life without giving.
I was used to staying very busy. Anything I've ever done, like I was involved in the Pop Warner football and cheerleading, and I always had a board role or was working big jobs. And I found that this group of women were just so effective in everything they did.
It is an amazing organization. Lots of powerful women, and we are making a difference.
Wonderful friendships. I think for all of us, we've taken away, and I would never have met Puni and Kay had it not been for Vistas.
I would say that more than half of the friends that I have today over the last 18 years have all been in Vistas or are still alumni with the Vista organization.
Well, you can imagine that the women that become involved in Vistas have the same kind of moral fiber. Those are the people I want to hang out with. Those are the people that I love. And those are the beautiful women of Vistas. And I'll be friends with all of them, always.
I think of it as my respite. And I'm really, I step outside of myself and I give. And for me, that is the most amazing feeling. And I want to keep feeling that over and over again, because to me, that's life. That's life.
I mean, think of it. That's power. Volunteers who give their hearts and souls and minds and bodies to something larger than themselves. Man, that's awesome.
It's just awesome.
So incredible. Friends, let's give a hand to everybody who's helping make Vistas possible. So many amazing volunteers, so many of you joining us tonight, giving of your time and your energy and your resources. In fact, I want to say this, we set a goal tonight for Diamonds and Denim. Our goal, our fundraising goal this evening is $60,000. And thanks to everybody, before we even began this evening, you had already raised, check this out, $46,935. Yes, we can applaud for that. That's amazing. That's incredible. In fact, I fully believe by the end of our time together, we're going to be over that 60,000. We're looking forward to all the amazing opportunity drawings that we have. As you can see in the chat, anyone who gives $500 or more this evening is going to get another opportunity to be in the opportunity drawing. There's also, if you go right to the top of our chat, it'll show you links where you can go if you'd like to give. But to make it so you don't have to leave anywhere right now, if you want to give at any time, just put a number there in the chat. Anytime you want to give, you just put a number right there in the chat. We will add it to that current balance that we have, and we will give you an update later this evening. Well, I want to do some more magic, and I see that we've had a lot of friends join us since I was last on screen. If your camera is currently not turned on and you don't mind turning it on, would you do so? In fact, I see some friends here. I see Dawn and Fuso has some friends there. I'm going to ask Dawn if she would go ahead and unmute herself. Hi, Dawn. How are you?
Hi, I'm great.
Friends, this is Dawn. Dawn, where are you joining us from tonight?
We're in Palos Verdes.
Rancho Palos Verdes is fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. Dawn, have you ever done a magic trick in your life?
Don't think so.
It's going to be so cool. Wait, give us a wave, friends, if you want to see Dawn perform a magic trick right now for us. Wouldn't that be amazing? Yes. Great. Don't worry, Dawn. I've prepared everything. All right. Here's what we're going to do. When I was a kid, Dawn, I wanted to play cards, but I grew up in a house where playing cards were off limits. My grandmother thought if I played with cards, I'd grow up to be a gambler. So I'd get a deck of cards. She'd find them. She'd throw them away. The only cards that were allowed in our house were Uno cards. Did you ever play that game, Uno? Yeah. Were you pretty good at it?
Of course.
Fantastic. Don, here's what we're going to do. I want you to think of a deck of cards. Think of some playing cards right now. And I want you to imagine that in your hands, you're holding a deck of playing cards, okay? And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to separate those cards in your imagination, either the odd cards and the even cards, okay? So in one hand, you've got the odd cards. In one hand, you've got the even cards. Have you done that, Don?
Done it.
Now, Don, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to imagine that you take either the odd cards or the even cards, and you're going to throw one of those up in the air, either the odds or the evens. You're going to toss them. Which ones are you going to toss? The odds or the evens?
I'm supposed to tell you?
Yes.
The evens.
The evens, you tossed them. So now floating up above you are all of the even cards, and it goes into slow motion like that scene in The Matrix, okay? Are you picturing it? It's beautiful. There's just cards flying around you in slow motion. Every even card in the deck. Dawn, I want you to reach up and grab any one of those even cards. Grab any one of those even cards right now and hold it and make sure that you know exactly which one it is. Have you done so?
I've done so.
Now, Dawn, you could have made several different choices here. You could have chose to go with the odd cards, but you chose the even cards. You could have chosen any even card, but you chose one card. What is the one card in the deck that you're thinking of right now?
Two of clubs.
The two of clubs. That's incredible. Now, Don, I should have clarified when I asked you to think of a card. Remember, I told you I was only allowed to play with these ones as a kid. Yeah, I was only allowed to play with Uno cards. Every deck of Uno cards has lots of different colors. Some of them let you spin around. But there is one card in this pack, Don. There is only one card in this entire pack that is not an Uno card. If you take a look, all of these are Uno cards, but there is one card in this entire pack that is not an Uno card. One card and only one card. Don, you could have chosen any card out of 52. What was the card that you were thinking of, Don?
Two of clubs.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Don! Thank you, Don. That was amazing. Don, how did you do it?
What?
How did you do it?
I'm amazing.
Good answer. Good answer. That's like the number one rule. Magicians don't tell. I'm looking for someone else who'd like to play right now. Anyone here ever wanted to learn a trick, but when you were a kid, no one would teach you? Raise a hand. Who's would like to learn a trick that nobody would teach you a trick when you were a kid? I'm looking here. I see lots of people. Let's see. I see. Is it Caro Migueles? Did I say that right? Caro, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and unmute yourself. You should get a little message from me asking you to unmute yourself. Could you do that?
Yes.
And am I right? Is it Caro?
It's Caro. It's short for Caroline.
Caro, that's lovely. I love that. Nice to meet you, Caro. Here's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna do an illusion, and you have to decide what the outcome's gonna be. Does that sound good?
What?
Sure.
Perfect. You might want to turn your volume down just a little bit. We're getting a little bit of a delay from your speakers there. Okay, here's Carl. I'm going to ask you to join me on screen here. And I brought with me something.
Oh, hold on. We're on
It's
the big
okay.
theater screen.
I know I can see you're in the big theater there. You've got probably the best setup ever to watch.
Do you want me to turn my sound off?
Will you still be able to hear me if you turn the sound off on your end?
I can hear you.
Perfect. That's great. That's all we need. Go ahead and mute your sound for just a moment, and you can hear me. And then I'll ask you to unmute yourself when I need you to answer a question. Sound good, Carl? Perfect. All right, Carl. When I was a kid, I remember seeing this done. And friends, give me a wave if you ever saw this, where they take 3 cups and a ball, and they mix up the cups, and they get you to bet money on where the ball is. Yeah, a little wave of the hand if you know this trick. When I was a kid, I was amazed by this. I saw a guy do it, and it blew my mind, and I couldn't figure out how he was doing this. I couldn't figure out how he would mix up the 3 cups and always get people to guess where it was in the wrong place. Well, Carl, what I did is I went home, and I tried to do this for my mom, but I didn't know you needed 3 cups. So, Carl, this is what I did for my mom. Watch carefully. All right, Carl, where is the ball? Go ahead. You can go ahead and unmute yourself for a second there. Where's the ball, Caro? Oh, Caro's muted, friends. These rehearsals are so critical. I'm so glad. I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself one more time. These rehearsals are so important there. Caro, can you hear me?
Okay, here we go.
Excellent. Okay, here we go. There's the ball under the cup. Caro, where's it at?
In your pocket.
What? You see this? You really think it's in my pocket?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't do that to you. It's under the cup.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's play it that way. I'll put the ball in the cup, and you got to guess if it's in the pocket of the cup. Okay, here we go. Pocket of the cup.
Oh, I have to unmute.
You're good. I can hear you. But where do you think it is, Caro? Pocket, the pocket, or the cup? Oh, Caro didn't know she was unmuted, and now she's muted herself. Friends, isn't 2020 fun? Isn't it great? There it is. Okay. Okay, here we go, Caro. One more time. There's the ball. There's the ball. You ready? Here we go. Pocket or the cup? Pocket or the cup?
Pocket.
Pocket. No, it was under the cup. Watch. What's weird, Caro, is if I actually take it and I put it in your pocket, what's really weird is when it does come back under the cup. That's bizarre.
You are amazing.
Oh, thank you. Friends, that's not the weird part. The weird part is the fact that under the cup is the potato. Let's just speed up to the big finish. I don't know where the lemon comes from, friends. I don't know where the lemon comes from. Give it up for Caro, everybody! Amazing, Caro. Friends, we have so many incredible entertainers here tonight, and I want to thank right now. We're going to come over to Terry. Terry Nelson Carpenter really helped us put this evening together, and I'm going to pass it over to Terry so that she can share with you all a little bit about our next performer. Give it up for Terry, friends.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? We are live from Nashville, Tennessee, and it's really great to be with you here tonight. And as Taylor said, I'm Terry Nelson Carpenter, past president of Vistas for Children, and this year's fall fundraising chair. Thanks for joining us. And I'm really excited about our talent tonight. Along with the great comedy and magic that Taylor Hughes is presenting, we have some amazing music. First up tonight is Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter Tom Worth. Tom has enjoyed a very successful career in country music, and has worked with some greats like Vince Gill and John Ford Coley, just to name a few. He is a beloved son of the Nashville music community and definitely a crowd pleaser. Please join me in welcoming Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter, Mr. Tom Worth.
When you lose the one you love, your heart goes. Somebody gotta have somebody to love. Somebody's up and the guard down. I'm gonna start living again. I was feeling kind of lonely, just a little bit blue. All I wanted was someone to talk to. I've been waiting on a night like this.
Thank you, Terry, for that very kind introduction. I am so glad to be here and honored to support Vistas for Children this evening. Thank you for tuning in, and it is a big honor for me. And Terry asked me to do this a little while back, and I was blown away that she even thought of me. So thank you very much for having me tonight. I want to do a song off my first album to start off. I grew up in a little town in northwest Iowa before I moved to Nashville in 1994. And this was one of the songs on my first record, and it reminds me of home a little bit. And this one's called Good Ground.
After driving all night, Daddy stopped the car, said, "Wake up, kids, here we are, this is your new home." That Oldsmobile, all I could see was an ocean of fields out in front of me that just rolled on and on. Daddy crossed the fence and he knelt down, filled his hands with rich farmland, and he said, "This is good ground." We had it all underneath our feet. There was room to grow, there was time to breathe, and dreams stretched high under summer skies. This is where I'm from, this is who I am. Down these roads I became a man, and they're calling me where my roots run deep, deep down. This is good ground. Oh, yeah. My mama had me digging in the flower bed. There it was, an arrowhead, and all I wanted to be was a Cherokee. Seasons change and childhood goes. I laid down my homemade bowl for a brown-eyed girl. She changed my world. I learned to drive so we could drive around. We made the sweetest memories here on good ground. We had it all underneath our feet. There was room to grow, there was time to breathe, and dreams stretched high under summer skies. This is where I'm from, this is who I am. Down these roads I became a man, and they're calling me where my roots run deep, deep down. This is good ground. I drove all night, then I stopped the car, said, "Wake up, kids, here we are, this is your new home." It's been too long. I crossed that fence and I knelt down, said, "Everybody gather round, hold out your hands. This is good ground." You got it all underneath your feet. There's room to grow, there's time to breathe, and dreams stretch high under summer skies. This is where I'm from, this is who I am. Down these roads I became a man, and they're calling me where my roots run deep, deep down.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me tonight. This is a great honor for me, and I think it's for a great cause. My name is Tom Worth, and as I told you before, I grew up in a little town called Marcus, Iowa, little northwest corner of Iowa. And in 1994, I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and started pursuing my career in music. And I am happy to say that I've been really fortunate with a lot of the people that I've gotten to work with and get to know personally. Some of them heroes of mine. And it has been an absolute dream come true. When I was 20 years old, I got nominated for a Grammy, believe it or not, for a children's album. And and then I went on to pursue songwriting and other things, and gotten to hang out and work with and write and record with people like Vince Gill and John Ford Coley and T. Graham Brown, and one of my good buddies that just passed away not too long ago, Mr. Eddie Money. And it's incredible to me to think that a small town Iowa kid can come up and do those types of things in music. Guys, thank you so much for having me tonight. And I hope you'll continue to support Vistas for Children.
Friends, Mr. Tom Worth, come on, let's give him a hand. That was amazing, Tom. Incredible. Incredible. I love it. I love this organization. I love that we got a group of people here who don't just take pity on folks, but that raise their hand and have compassion and say, you know what, it's time to be part of the solution. What an incredible night this is, friends, and we've got so much more in store for you. I want to take a moment right now and thank our sponsors. If you would join me in thanking Real Music Works for their support this evening. We want to thank our friends James and Tori Schladen for being here and for supporting. We want to thank the Bakers Yawn family for their support this evening. Don and Ron Anfuso, thank you so much. Eileen and Joe Kroc, friends, donated this evening, have sponsored this program, made this possible. We want to thank the friends at Virtual Home Tour 2020 for making this an incredible evening tonight. So many amazing friends here. Renee and Brian Berliner, let's thank them for their gifts this evening. Carlo Migueles, let's thank Carlo. Let's thank Redondo Van and Storage and Greg and Lori Halverson. Let's thank them for all that they've done this evening. And the Jacqueline M. Glass family for their gifts. Thank you so much for your support. It means a ton. We want to thank Josephine Balzano for her gifts this evening, for giving and continuing to give. For Larry and Kathy Carpelati, we want to thank them. And of course, we want to thank Momentum Engineering Corporation. We want to thank them. Let's thank all of our sponsors this evening, friends, who have made this such an amazing event. Again, we've got some great entertainment, but let's really get into what this is all about. You know, this event isn't just a night of fun. This is a night about making a difference, about making an impact. And Vistas has been making an impact for years in the lives of young people and their families. We wanted to give you an opportunity to hear firsthand from one of those young people whose life was changed through the work of Vistas and the partners that Vista works with. Take a look at this testimony.
Hi, my name is Araceli, and I am here to talk to you today about my experience with Partners for Pediatric Vision. I met the people at Partners when I was very young. I was about 12 years old when I came to them. I had been struggling with my vision for a long time by that point, and it had been 3 years of my family and I going to see multiple doctors to try to figure out what was causing my eyesight to deteriorate. My family and I realized that the reason it took so long to find a diagnosis was because my community really didn't have resources to take care of me. None of my doctors had ever dealt with a child that was losing their eyesight. They were all very confused and they kept shipping me off to other doctors. When I finally was diagnosed, I was 12 years old and I was diagnosed with Stargardt's. After my diagnosis, I went through a period where I was extremely sad because I felt that not only was I losing my vision, but in many ways, I felt like I was losing my future. I remember feeling scared that I was going to forever be failing at school, failing at life, failing in every aspect of my life. I first met Dr. Bill and Tori when I was 12 years old, and I remember the impact that Dr. Bill had on me. Up until this point, I had thought that vision loss meant that my life was over, and seeing Dr. Bill kind of lit a fire under me, and he made me realize that I could still be something and do something with my life despite having vision loss. I don't think that I would have been able to accomplish all the things that I have had I not had partners backing me up the entire time. I'm so grateful that I came to them from such a young age, because with their help, I was able to graduate high school and go on to community college. I ended up getting 5 AAs. I transferred over to Cal State Long Beach. I am applying to master's programs now. I've been able to get internships with the Getty and with the Mexican American Museum in downtown LA, with the Museum of Tolerance. And I don't think that I would have even tried to do any of those things had I not met the people at Partners, and had they not pushed me and encouraged me to do anything that I set my mind to do. It's been about 15 years since I first met Dr. Bill and Tori, and I still like to keep in contact with them. I still like to tell them what I'm doing with my life. Their encouragement meant so much when I was little, and it still means a lot now, even though I'm 27 and I've completely aged out of their program. I think what they do is amazing. I think the help that they give kids that are struggling with their vision, that are losing their vision, that are sometimes losing hope in life, I think their work is important and amazing and special, and I encourage everybody to donate to them, to help kids like me grow up with a community of people that understand us, that want to help us, and that want to make sure that we have everything we need to accomplish our dreams and our goals. And thank you to everybody who does donate, and thank you to Partners for Pediatric for always being there to help me and kids like me. Thank you.
Come on, friends. We can give a round of applause for that. Amazing. Amazing. It's so incredible getting to see lives changed and transformed. That's what we're here for tonight. That's what this is all about. So now's the fun part. I hope you're ready. This is time. Everyone, this is like the calisthenics. This is the time you need to stretch. You need to warm up. Because in a moment, this is the part where if we were at this event live, this would be our paddle raise, where you'd raise your paddle and you'd say, yes, I want to be a part of the solution. I want to be a part of making a difference. And so we're going to do that right now. But to make this really fun, I'm going to share with you the different tiers of what we're asking to do. Again, we are just about we're about $13,000 away from our goal of $60,000. It's incredible. We're already that close. And this is the point where we really kick in the gears, friends. So here's what we're going to do. In just a moment, I'm going to ask if there's anybody who's willing to donate $1,000. Not yet. That's not it. That's not it. But in a moment, I'm going to say, if you're willing to donate $1,000, go ahead and throw your hand up. And when I ask you to throw your hand up, we're going to give you a huge round of applause. And I'm going to ask that you would just type in the chat 1,000. If that's what you're able to give and you're willing to give, that'll be amazing. We'll add that to our total and we'll give you an update in just a few moments of where we're at. So here we go. Is everyone stretched out? Is everyone ready? Get ready, friends. Here we go. Okay. If you are willing and able to donate $1,000 to Vistas for the work that they do in helping children, remember this is a volunteer-run organization. All this money is going to help these kids. If you are able to give $1,000, give us a wave right now. Give us a wave and type 1,000 in the chat. And let's give our friends a hand. Look, I see hands waving. Fantastic. Oh, I see lots of hands waving in this picture. That's fantastic. We've got a group here. Jackie's got friends that are literally doing jumping jacks. That's fantastic. Friends, if that's you, if you're willing to do $1,000, would you type 1,000 in the chat right now? Type that in there. That'll help us keep track. We're going to add this up. We're going to give you an update in a moment. All right, friends, maybe 1,000 isn't what you can do. Maybe for you, maybe 500 is something that you could do. We know that this is a challenging time for everybody this year, but we also know that some of us may be able to do that. And if you're able to do that, we'd like to invite you to do it right now. If you are able to give $500, and we can count on you for $500 toward our goal of 60,000, give us a wave right now. Give us a wave right now. Fantastic. And go ahead and put in the chat there. Thank you. I see Terry says 5,000 or 500 here. Thank you so much. If you're able to do 500, thank you so much. Yep. I got 500 from Eric Gigberson. Thank you so much, Eric. That's incredible. All right, friends, go ahead and type whatever you're able to do. If you're able to do 250, give us a wave. Who can do 250 tonight? Who can do 250 for us tonight? Helping Vistas. Thank you so much. Yes, we're getting thumbs up all around. Jackie Geiger has got thumbs up all around here. Friends, thank you so much. Go ahead and put in there. We've got 500 from Lauren Span. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much. All right, friends, here we go. Last call. If you can do $100, if there's anyone here that can do $100, thank you so much. Thank you, Renee Berliner, for $250 there. Thank you, Julie Beckman, for $250. If you can do $100, give me a wave. Thank you. I see you there, Kay Patel. I see you, Julie Christian. Thank you so much. I see you, Tim Christian. Thank you so much. Friends, go ahead and just put that in the chat, what you're able to do. And this is a great time as well to go ahead and check out, if you haven't done so, our silent auction will remain open this evening until 6 p.m. All right, so it's going to go after this event. We've got an amazing silent auction lined up, and you can go in our chat right to the top. Look at this, another 500 from Kim Bright and Mike Newfield. We've got Kelly Z. Detain is giving us $100. Thank you so much, friends. Give yourselves a big hand. Amazing job supporting this incredible organization tonight. So again, if you'd like to take a look at our silent auction, we've placed the link. Look, more coming in. This is great. $100 from Julie Singer. Thank you, Julie. We got 500 from Kim Bright. Thank you so much. We've got 200 from Julie and Tim Christian. Thank you so much for your gifts. Friends, you can keep updating that, and we will update you as to where we're at toward the end. Again, our silent auction is going to go through 6 p.m. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to step over there, take a look, open up another browser, and take a look at those items. You can also bid right after the event. It will still be open. So if you bid earlier and you'd like to take a look, if you're still in the lead, you can go ahead and do that. Right now, we're going to have an opportunity drawing. And so I'd like to take a moment right now, and I'm going to invite to join us right now. I'm going to invite to join us Josephine Balzano, our president. We're so grateful for her. We're going to bring her right now here, ladies and gentlemen. Josephine.
Hi, guys.
Welcome, Josephine.
Say hi for a second. Hi. We've got technical support. We've got Malia here helping with opportunity drawing. Hi. And we've got some helpers here just making sure that we are getting all these names for all the amazing sponsors who have donated. Thank you so much into this very, very technical opportunity drawing doohickey that we have. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but everyone who donated $500, they get one bingo ball plus anyone who purchased a ticket. So for those guests that donated more than $500, $1,000, $2,500, they get multiple bingo balls in this opportunity drawing. The opportunity drawing has 3 different draws. Our first draw is the diamond prize, and that is a beautiful jewelry set graciously donated by Metawar Jewelers. Our second item is a iWatch. An Apple iWatch will be fantastic for anyone's use. And the third item is the Liverpool Jeans $250 gift certificate. So I'm so excited to see who we're going to draw. So we'll start with the gift certificate for the jeans. Here we go.
Oh, it fell.
Okay, put it back in. Okay, Malia, there's one right there.
Roxanne Bakerson.
Roxanne Baker-Gian, you were the winner of the $250 Liverpool Jeans gift certificate. Woo! Okay, next one. Okay. So now this is for the iWatch.
fast. Okay. It needs
Flip
to,
it.
you need to go like this. There you go.
Okay.
Looks like Renee Berliner.
Renee Berliner is the winner of the Apple iWatch. I know Renee's on there. And then this is for the beautiful Metawar jewelry necklace and earrings. Okay, ready? Go ahead.
And it looks like Patty Balzino.
Oh, my mother-in-law, Patty Bolzano, you just won the jewelry set. She's so lucky. Her and my husband are always the luckiest people. They always win. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much. So now I would like to let you guys know about this really, really amazing special treat that Terry Carpenter, the amazing Terry Carpenter, is about to introduce to you guys. Terry, take it away.
Thank you, Josie, and welcome back to Nashville, Tennessee. We're so excited that you guys are all here with us, and our final performance of the night is going to be by the incredible Adara. She is a young and talented artist who is emerging on the music scene with a huge splash. She is striking a chord with so many of her fans, and because of her innovative performance style and music, and in particular, because she has an anti-bullying campaign, she gives back. She is a force to be reckoned with and will certainly be on everyone's playlist very soon. She's got something special to share with us tonight. Not everything is country here in Nashville. So let us welcome one of Nashville's newest and brightest stars, Adara.
I've built have all burned up. When the rivers run dry and I'm out of luck. When I give what I have, but it's not enough. And I reach for the map, but it turns to dust. Can I run to you when I come undone? When I'm stuck in the desert, praying for better, wondering lasts for 1,000 years, dreaming of treasure, trying to remember just how it felt when I had you here. You can be my oasis, my hallucination, sweet intoxication. When I need some saving, yeah. When I fall to my knees and I'm giving Can I run to you when I come undone? When I'm stuck in the desert, praying for better, wandering lost for 1,000 years, dreaming of treasure, trying to remember just how it felt when I had you here. You can be my oasis, my hallucination, sweet intoxication, when I need some saving. Save me, you can be my oasis, my hallucination, sweet intoxication, when I need some saving. Save me,
Hi, Terry. Thank you so much for having me. It's an absolute honor to be performing for you all tonight for this amazing event, Diamonds and Denim. Vistas for Children is a cause that is really near and dear to my heart because my brother is special needs as well. So thank you so much to all of the volunteers for all the work you do for these children and their families. It's so special. Thank you. Because the event's called Diamonds and Denim, I thought I would perform a new single that is unreleased called Diamond. So without further ado, follow me. And you heard it here first. All right. And now, with a little bit of magic, welcome to my world. This is Diamond.
I thought you would hurt me when you said those words to me. I swore I'd be bleeding out, but unexpectedly there was a light like fire in the sky.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adara, let's give her a hand. Amazing. Oh, look, we promised this was going to be a fun night. And it just keeps getting better and better. Friends, I got to give you an update. Check this out. Because of your generosity and partnering with Vistas, our current total is $51,235. Give yourselves a hand, everybody. That's amazing. There is still time to donate. In fact, we're going to leave that chat open. You can still continue if there's anybody who's there who's able to help us get past that mark. Our ultimate goal is 60,000. And also remember, we still have our silent auction that's going to be open until 6 p.m. So you can still jump over there to that silent auction link. Before I hand it over to Josie for some final words, I have to share something with you. I feel compelled to break the rules of magic. You guys have been so amazing. I'm going to break the rules. I'm going to teach you a trick. Give me a wave if you want to learn a trick that you can do at home, yeah? Oh, this is perfect. This is a simple illusion that you can do. You don't need any fancy props. In fact, you can make this prop yourself. I made this using a piece of poster board and a permanent black marker, like a Sharpie, all right? You're going to draw a domino. Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to draw 6 dots on the first side of your piece of paper, and then let it dry. Make sure you use permanent ink. You don't want to get this on your fingers, okay? So 6 dots on the first side. You're going to draw 3 on the second side. Wait for it to dry, turn it over. When you get to the third side, you're going to draw 4 dots. And then when you get to the fourth side of your piece of paper, you're going to draw 1 dot. Are there any questions before we begin? Yeah. Oh, do it again. Okay. Again, there's 6 dots on this side, 3 on this side, 4 on this side, and 1 on that side. Are you ready to learn the trick? Say yeah. Perfect. It's time to learn the trick. You got to take the magician's oath. Raise your right hand. Say, I promise. Once I learn the trick, I won't go on television and tell everyone how it works. Congratulations. Some of you saw that show. Yeah, the guy told all the tricks. I'm not bitter at all. Here's the secret. All you're going to do is draw 5 dots in this arrangement. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, 1 over here. If you want it to look like you've only got 4 dots, when no one's looking, take your left hand and just cover that one up. I know. Josie's laughing. Look, Josie, look, I'll be honest. It's silly, but it works, right? You could say there's 4 dots. If you want it to look like there's 6, you put your right hand here. And people will think it's weird. Our brains trick us. If I put my hand here and I say there's 6, people think there's a dot under my hand. But if I put my hand here and I say there's 4, people think there's not a dot under my hand. I know it sounds crazy, but if your family's like mine, you could do this all day long. Yeah. On this side, how many dots do we have, friends? That's right. We've got 2 dots. If you want it to look like you just have 1, take your left hand, cover up that dot. They'll only see the one in the middle. If you want it to look like you have 3, just hold it on the other side and people will think the dot's under your hand. Now, before you go and try to do this for the family and friends, I've got to warn you, somebody's going to catch on, okay? For me growing up, it was always my sister or my aunt. It will not be an uncle. They don't figure this stuff out. Don't worry about them. If they say for some reason there's only 5 dots, just smile and show them that you have 6, okay? On the other side, sometimes they'll say there's only 2. That's okay. Just move your hand and show them you have 3. If they still don't applaud, just tell them there's 8 on the other side. And that's the trick. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you. So there's a little homework for you. You can go home and try some magic. I want to invite our president, Josie Belzano, to come back one more time and to share with us some final words. Would you please give a hand to Josie as she comes to share?
Hey,
That's Terry. I know. Yes, it's there.
How you doing? What a show. Wow. I don't even know where to start. First off, did we ever even imagine that we would be doing this with Vistas virtually? I know I never thought it, and I am so amazed. I also was fortunate enough to be able to watch this show, and I'm so impressed. And I'm just going to go right into some incredible thank yous. The biggest thank you that I'd like to give right now is to Terry Nelson Carpenter. After watching the show and watching what you were able to put together for our organization in order to really make Diamonds and Denim shine, I am so grateful to you. Thank you so much for all the hard work that you put in. The show was amazing. I applaud you. Thank you. I'd also like to thank the chair people and the committees for Diamonds and Denim that have worked so incredibly hard this entire time putting on this show. I'd like to start with Susan Ramirez. Susan single-handedly put together the entire silent auction, that entire website, and has done a phenomenal job. She had the two right hands of Susie Winkler and Julie Christian at her side, making sure that everything was entered in, photographs, all the copy put in. I really need to thank your team. Thank you so, so much. Lisa Lazar, my partner in crime. Lisa Lazar, who did all of the marketing and the invitations and the social media posts, hopefully that all of you guys have seen. This team has really, really been amazing. And none of it could have really happened without the help of Lisa Lair and Antonia Lavender, who really had this idea at the beginning and kicked off this incredible execution of this event. So I really need to thank all of you for being the incredible, beautiful, intelligent, giving, and caring Vista sisters that you are, and job well done. Bravo. Thank you. Now I'd like to thank our incredibly generous sponsors. You guys are really the backbone of how we're able to accomplish what we do and how we're able to grant the funds to those children and families that really need it. Your generosity in your cash donations, as well as in your auction items that you very, very generously donated to us, and all of those supporters that purchased those auction donations. Thank you so much for the support that you've provided to Vistas for Children. I thank you on behalf of the entire organization. Now I'd like to thank the people who really supported Terry on putting on this show. Tom Worth and Adara are two Grammy nominated artists. Wow. I am so impressed with the music that they performed for us, for their the fact that they donated all of this time and beautiful entertainment for our enjoyment is amazing. I want to thank Tom Worth and Adara for the beautiful work that they did during the show. Now I'd like to thank our amazing producers, Kim Garcia and Josh Young. You guys did an incredible job. All the graphics, everything in the show were amazing. Thank you for being that support for Terry, for pulling this off. And last but not least, I don't even know how to thank Taylor Hughes. Taylor, not only was your magic amazing, you made us all laugh. You really put the show together in such a beautiful way. I applaud you. Thank you for your generosity in giving time to Vistas for Children. And again, thank you to all our supporters, all our generous donors. And I hope you guys continue the party, even though we're gonna log off Zoom. Have an amazing time. Our silent auction doesn't close till 6 o'clock. Our chat is gonna be open. Continue donating to Vistas, and thank you. I'm gonna log off. Bye guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Josie. Thank you. Friends, I'll leave you with one final thought here. When I was a kid, my grandmother was the one who taught me about compassion, the type of compassion that we're seeing tonight. Friends coming together for a worthy cause to help other friends in need. And I noticed my grandmother had a unique way of starting the day. So I thought as we end our time together, I would end this time by showing you how she would start every morning. She'd sit in a chair, she'd pour a cup of coffee, and she'd work on sewing projects she had no intention of ever finishing. As kids, it puzzled us. We didn't know why she did this, so I asked her one day, I said, Grandma, why would you work so hard on something without worrying about getting it done? And she said it like this. She said, life is full of tasks and to-do lists, deadlines that have to be met. You should have at least one part of the day where you sit and you remember the amazing people you've met, the incredible experiences you've had, and you just take a moment to be grateful. And so as we take a moment to be grateful for all of you for supporting Vistas, I'd like to share some thoughts with you that my grandmother shared with me. The first thing she said was, life is not about the moment you enter the world. You see, you and I don't choose that moment. None of us get to choose when we're going to show up, what we're going to look like, what our family is going to consist of. But so many of us get stuck because of how we got started in this thing. Later on, she would say, life isn't about the moment you leave the world either. That moment's always going to come too soon. The way my grandmother measured a good life was simply how you spent the little moments in between. And she would try to teach us how to do this for other people. She would say, if you meet someone new, just try and be a little kinder than necessary. She'd say things like, if a good friend someday invites you for coffee or tea, don't ever turn them down. Probably my grandmother's favorite life lesson was this: if you're going to make someone a meal, you should use real butter. Now, friends, all of us today have come together to do the little bit that we can each do to make a huge difference in the lives of those around us. And I know that for some of us, as we give these gifts, it may not seem like much, but I'll tell you, all of us coming together, doing our part, caring for each other, working to make a difference in the lives of families and children. When we come together like that, something incredible happens, because it's all those little bits working together that make the whole. That's right. If you weren't here tonight, if you didn't give, if you didn't donate, if you didn't volunteer, none of this would be possible. But because you did, children's lives and their families will be forever changed. So we want to thank you so much for the work that you've done in supporting Vistas. My name is Taylor Hughes. Until I see you again, friends, go out there and keep chasing wonder. Remember that live auction's open, and we'll see you soon.
Open your eyes. It's time to take a ride. Step outside the darkness in your mind. There's no telling what you're gonna find. Let in the light, and make your world collide. Every single star just came alive. The moment that you opened up your eyes. Baby, you're a shining soul in a universe of molecules. It's time to let your wings unfold and fly. Running towards a rabbit hole, not afraid to lose control. This is how you live with open eyes. Open eyes. Every shade of blue is here surrounding you. It's funny how we never even knew all the undiscovered colors bursting through. Brighter than the sun, spinning like a bullet from a gun, shining like the stardust on our skin. Please don't be afraid of everything we're made of. Baby, you're a shining soul in a universe of molecules. It's time to let your wings unfold and fly.